Hey, it's DIY Gemini, and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be part 3 and the final part of the bathroom renovation. I'm super duper excited to finish it all up. If you haven't checked them out already, if you checked part 1, we built this plant trellis that's above me right now with all the plants. The pothos is really growing out, and I'm really excited that it looks so good. I've added a couple more plants as well. And then for the second video, we made a faux skylight to go above the plant trellis so it looks like the sun is just shining on my plants, and slowly this is turning into a jungle bathroom, and I love it. We also changed the vanity light over at the mirror as well. So for this one, this is going to be a bunch of things. So we're going to be changing the floors, we're going to be changing the counter, some hardware. We're going to do some things for the mirror as well. Everything's going to be renter friendly, so it's going to be reversible and something that you guys can do if you're renting, or if you want to like not really commit fully to a look, you can always easily change it up. So yeah, I'm really excited because I think I took this into a different direction than what I originally had planned. So I think it's a lot more colorful and a little bit out of my comfort zone. But, you know, since this is temporary, like, I just want to have fun with it. So why not? So yeah, we have so much to get to today. So let's get started. All right, we're going to start off with something really easy. So we're going to change some of the hardware. So our place is a new build, and it's very like contemporary and like modern, but it's also very gray, very like just super gray, super chrome. I'm not really a chrome girly, so I'm going to switch out the hardware to all gold just to match the vanity light as well, or like a brassy gold. I don't like it like too yellow. So I actually picked up some, and I lucked out actually. I lucked out at Habitat to pick up the towel bar and the toilet paper roll. These were listed at $5 and $15, but they had some crazy sale and I got them both for $2 each. So huge score on these two. So I'm going to remove the old hardware and replace them with these. Alright, so this is a really tight and awkward space to film in, but I'm going to do my best. Usually there is very hidden hardware for you not to see any attachments, but there is usually like a screw you can feel at the bottom to take out the little tiny screw that keeps it adhered to whatever surface it's on. So in this case, there's a tiny screw at the bottom, and I have a flathead, very mini flathead, to unscrew the guy. Cool. So now you're left with the two brackets that are on the wall. We'll see if this, I'm gonna just use one of them, but this bracket's too big, unfortunately, I think. Oh, that's so unfortunate. All right, let's work the towel bar. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get new brackets for this. But yeah, it is a different length, and the brackets are too small for the rounded ends that attaches to the wall. So I'm gonna go to the hardware store and get some brackets for this guy. I did go to the hardware store only to find out they don't sell the brackets separately in the store. They have to come with the actual hardware. So I ended up ordering a smaller bracket online for a different model since I didn't know what brand this was, and I just pretty much jimmy rigged it to fit. Next, let's replace the drawer pulls. I got these beautiful ones from Etsy. They come with its own hardware. They're a little darker than expected, but I really like the shape of these, and like it's just soft and round. And this is exactly why I recommend using a screwdriver and manually driving these in, because the builders definitely use a drill and went way OD on drilling that in and stripped the screw and cracked the cabinet. On to changing the chrome faucet. I cleared the underside of the cabinets, and depending on your faucet type, you can use this faucet changing tool that's good for hard to reach areas, or your good old adjustable wrench and channel lock pliers. Mine just needs a ladder, so I'm just going to use that. Oh yeah, also have a towel and tray handy to catch all of the dripping water. First, let's turn off the hot and cold supply, unscrew the supply lines, and unscrew the nut that tightens the faucet to the counter.
Yours may look different from mine, but the process should be similar. After an old faucet is removed, we're not going to install the new faucet just yet.
All right, so before we add our new faucet, we're gonna cover everything with our contact paper. So I don't love this gray granite, obviously. So we are gonna do this off-white cream, light beige contact paper. I've never applied this for anything, so we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna use a combination of some brayer tools and Cricut stuff that I have, and a scissor, utility knife, and a hair dryer for the curves. So wish me luck.
Putting this on was definitely harder than it looks. I was trying to avoid as many seams as possible, so I did things in really large pieces. It was a lot of lifting and repositioning, groans of frustration, and more lifting and repositioning. For the biggest piece, I used a wood scrap with a softened edge to smooth everything out, a technique I borrowed from when I veneered the dining table a couple of months ago. That seemed to work really well. Okay, here's what we have so far. I will say I don't recommend this paper. It is so thin, it rips so easily, and here is the blemishes. For the most part, it worked okay. Yeah, so there's definitely some damaged areas when I was trying to pop the bubbles, but then I ended up cutting through the wallpaper, so it is what it is. You can't really tell on camera either, but I think this is a little bit more cooler than I would like. I would want a more warmer off-white. So I probably will end up getting like another one anyways. But for now, this is what I have, and this is what I'm going to use for now, and then I'll find a better one. So let's cut the sink. Next, let's cut the holes for the sink and the faucet. This was tricky. I definitely didn't get it perfect. I cut slits to help it go around the curve, and then placed a strip all the way around. Later, it did end up lifting a bit, but I will likely be replacing this with another more durable contact paper later, so I will do this for now. Okay, now we're ready to install our pretty new gold faucet. Basically, we'll do all the steps of the faucet removal in reverse. We'll also replace the drain stop to match the faucet. We're going to remove the P-trap, this curved part here, and then this is where all that gunk gets trapped, and I can tell you it was really gross and pretty stinky, and I'll spare you from looking at all the gunk and the hair that was stuck in there. All right, time to test to see if our faucet works and has no leaks. Let's turn the water supply lines on, and this is the moment of truth.
Ooh, so nervous. Oh, ew. All the gunk. Let's check for leaks. Oh, I think we're in the clear, you guys. Yeah. Yes. Ain't she pretty?
All right, so we're going to work on changing the very basic mirror. My mirror is a large rectangle. I love the size, but let's jazz it up a little bit. We're going to make a frame for it using some 1/2-inch thick wood sheet from the hardware store. After cutting it to size, we'll add some shape to it. I want to make an arch-like shape, so I made a template using some scrap MDF that I had. This is what we have. So we're going to dry fit this to make sure it looks good, and then we'll proceed with sanding and then painting. I chose this periwinkle purplish blue to complement the floors, which we'll get to in a minute. Next, let's hang our frame. There are a couple of options to do this, like using D-rings or flush mount hooks, or as in my case, French cleats. French cleats are two opposing pieces that fit into each other. One side of the cleat will be against the wall facing upward, and then the mate will be attached to the frame and will face downwards to slip into the wall piece just like that. Here's what it looks like on the side. I opted for this because this distributes the weight a little bit better and makes the removal easier should I need to clean the mirror or make repairs to the frame itself. After installing the wood cleat, I realized the frame needed to be lifted a little higher and the wall sconce was in the way. So I ended up adding a narrow strip of wood at the bottom of the frame and then made a small notch for the sconce and temporarily uninstalling the sconce for now for installation of the frame. And our last step is our floor. I definitely wanted to bring color to the floor. I originally thought I wanted to stick to more neutrals, but then I thought about how this can be temporary, so I wanted to have a little bit more fun. So I really like these pink checkered peel and stick options, but they were really expensive. Over $200 just to do my bathroom, which was no go. So I wanted to try out using craft vinyl for the floor. Yes, I know this sounds crazy, and I've only seen one online creator use it, but you know, a more affordable option at $10 a roll, not bad. If the vinyl can stick to water bottles just fine, why not the floor? Am I right? I did a test of these two pieces for a couple days and it seemed to stick really well, so we're going to go full send on it. I cut 12 by 12 inch squares and using existing tile to help align things. I later got my laser level to aid in alignment as well. It was tricky to do around the curves like this, like around the toilet, but slowly and carefully would just take away material and to go around. It won't be perfect, but nothing caulking can't fix. Alright, now that the flooring is done, let's remind ourselves of what my bathroom was like before. A very builder grade and gray bathroom, cold and no personality, to our new bathroom, warmer, brighter, more fun and colorful with just a couple of upgrades anyone can do. This project can be done within 2 days, so you can definitely do this over a weekend. I really wanted to do a bathroom reno without painting the walls, and I think we did well with all the details that we changed. I love the floors and the gold hardware. Of course, there are some minor things I would want to address, like redoing the counter with a more durable vinyl, and the drawer pulls, since it's a little bit darker, I might stain the plant trellis and other wood elements in the room to match. But overall, the new bathroom brings me so much joy and just makes the mundane part of the house turn into like a more fun experience. So let me know what you guys think, and if you would do any of these changes in your home. That concludes our bathroom renovation series. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you at the next one. Bye!